Have you ever seen a moment so powerful that the whole room just stopped breathing? That's exactly what happened when BTS's Kim Taehyung walked into the TIRTIR set and did something that no one, absolutely no one, expected. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe, because this story of Taehyung's behind-the-scenes moment might just change the way you see him forever. Purple Heart. The set that fell silent. It was a bright morning in Seoul. The TIRTIR studio was buzzing with lights, staff members running around, stylists adjusting cameras. A normal shoot day. Until Taehyung walked in. Everyone turned quietly. He wasn't late. He wasn't loud. But the energy shifted the second he entered. Dressed in a simple cream suit, hair slightly tousled. He looked calm, but his eyes, they had a story behind them. No words, no greetings, just a gentle nod. "Is he okay?" one of the stylists whispered. Another replied softly, "He's just different today." No one knew then that the next few hours would leave the entire staff speechless. The unexpected pause. The shoot began smoothly. Camera flashes, music, Taehyung posing effortlessly, giving that signature gaze that could melt glass. But halfway through, he stopped, right in the middle of the scene. Everyone froze. The photographer hesitated. "Taehyung, is everything okay?" He didn't answer. He turned instead, slowly, and walked toward a corner of the set. There, sitting on the floor, was a small assistant, barely 20, holding a spilled cup of coffee, tears forming in her eyes. She had accidentally ruined one of the props. Before anyone could scold her, Taehyung bent down quietly, smiled, and helped her clean it up. "Don't cry," he said softly. "It's just coffee, not a mistake." The whole studio went silent. No cameras clicked. No one spoke. Even the director lowered his head. That single moment, that kindness, spread across the room like light. The whisper that melted hearts. When the shoot resumed, something had changed. The air was lighter. Everyone smiled more, worked slower, softer, like they were suddenly reminded of what humanity feels like. One of the makeup artists later said, "We see idols every day. But Taehyung, he made us feel like family." And that's when it happened. During a break, one of the staff handed him a small note. It said, "Thank you for being real." He smiled, folded the note, and slipped it into his pocket. Then whispered under his breath, "Being real is the only thing I know how to be." Chapter 4. The Hidden Camera Moment. What no one knew was that a behind-the-scenes camera was rolling the entire time. And that footage, that raw, unfiltered kindness, made it online a few hours later. The internet exploded. Fans reposted it everywhere. Taehyung comforting the staff during TIRTIR shoot. Thousands of comments poured in. Speech balloon, his heart is pure gold. Speech balloon, that's why we love him. Not just for his face, but for his soul. Speech balloon, even off camera he shines. Within hours, #Taehyung kindness and #TIRTIR behind the scenes were trending worldwide. But Taehyung, he never mentioned it once. When a reporter asked him later about that day, he just smiled and said, "Sometimes, you just do what feels right." The truth behind the calm. What many didn't see that day was that Taehyung wasn't just being kind to others. He was healing himself too. 2025 had been a heavy year. Between schedules, travel, and the quiet pressure of being loved by millions, he had started to crave peace. That day he had promised himself, "No matter what, I'll stay human." And maybe that's why his actions touched everyone, because they came from a place of truth. While others saw a celebrity, Taehyung was just being Taehyung, the same boy who used to help staff carry equipment back in their trainee days. The staff's reaction. Later that evening, when the shoot ended, something beautiful happened. One by one, the TIRTIR staff walked up to him. Not for selfies, not for fan moments, but to say thank you. The youngest makeup artist said through tears, "You reminded me why I started this job." Another staff member said, "It's rare to meet someone famous, who still looks you in the eyes when you talk." Taehyung just smiled softly and bowed. "Thank you for today," he said. "You all worked hard." And before leaving, he turned back, looked at the team, and said something no one forgot. "If you do everything with love, the world will remember it." The silent goodbye. When he left the studio that night, the staff stood at the door watching quietly. No one took pictures. No one called out. Just soft eyes, warm smiles, and that strange silence. The kind that only happens when hearts are full. In the parking lot, Taehyung stopped for a moment, looked up at the Seoul night sky, and whispered, "Thank you for today." He didn't know it, but upstairs, one of the TIRTIR managers was recording a short vlog. In the background, you could hear a voice say, "He's really different. I've worked with hundreds of stars, but he feels like light." The world reacts. By morning, every platform was flooded. Clips from that set were everywhere. Millions of views, millions of hearts. People didn't talk about the product. They talked about the man behind it. Armies shared fan edits, slow motion clips, background music. Everything turned into an ocean of purple love. Purple heart. One fan wrote, "He doesn't just represent BTS. He represents the beauty of being human." Even TIRTIR's CEO commented on a post saying, "It wasn't a commercial. It was a lesson in kindness." The lesson Taehyung left behind. Weeks later, when the campaign officially launched, the tagline under Taehyung's picture read, "True beauty begins with kindness." Everyone knew it wasn't just a slogan. It was his story. Behind every photo, every pose, every quiet smile, there was a heart that cared more for people than perfection. Maybe that's why millions love him. Not because he's flawless, but because he's real. Final chapter. The message to ARMY. So maybe that's what makes Taehyung special. He doesn't need grand speeches or dramatic acts. Sometimes his silence says everything. And maybe that's why the TIRTIR staff and the whole world was so shocked that day. Because kindness, in a world that often forgets it, feels like a miracle. So the next time you see him smile, remember, it's not just charm, it's sincerity. It's not performance, it's presence. He's the same boy who once dreamed of making people feel something. And today, he's still doing it, one quiet gesture at a time. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe. Because Taehyung's journey is far from over. And the next chapter, there'll be even more, you know. Every time you watch till the end, it means something. It means you felt it, the emotion, the story, the connection. Purple heart. But sometimes, you forget one small thing, the subscribe button. And that one click. It tells me that you're not just a viewer. You're part of this purple family. Milky Way. BTS isn't just music. It's a feeling that connects millions of hearts. And this channel is built for every ARMY who believes that love, hope, and music can still change the world. So if you've ever smiled because of Jungkook, cried because of Taehyung, or felt inspired because of Namjoon's words, then this space is for you. Purple Heart.